Hi everyone, it's Nicole and I'm back with another layout. Now, this is a layout that I created a crop back in April. What I did before I went to the crop, I put together 30 page kits. Now, out of those 30 page kits, I ended up making 21 layouts, and I decided to take my tripod along and all my stuff to film, and decided to film the whole process. Now, I have to say, the quality of the videos are not the same as when I do my process videos in my scrap room, because I have like professional lighting in there. This, I just brought a couple of lights from, that I have laying around. They are LED lights, so they light up pretty well. I find the lighting is okay. The only thing is, I had a comment on my last video that said that, the page was too close and maybe I could zoom out a little bit more. And the thing is, that's as far as my tripod will go, because this is a tripod on the go. It's not the best, but I figured that it was better to, tape maybe not as good quality pictures, but at least you would get to see the process of putting all those page kits together. On that note, I guess it'd be a good time to bring up, sometimes when I do my videos, you might think, Nicole, like, you said that in each and every single one of the videos. Like, why do you keep saying the same thing, that you made those page kits and you brought them to a crop? And the reason is because I get new subscribers every day. So if I don't mention it in this specific video, I know I'm going to get comments, about questions about, the different things. So if I just mention it at the beginning of the video, then it makes it so that I answer the questions before they're asked, I guess. So the last couple videos, I didn't mention that, yes, it is a little bit zoomed in, and it's because I'm away at a crop and it's not my normal setup for my pages. And then, I get questions, or, saying maybe you should zoom out a little bit. And I understand that not everyone has watched every single one of my videos. So that's why sometimes it feels like I'm a little bit repetitive, or if I don't mention what my EK Success powder tool is, I know I'm going to get a question about what it is and where can you find it. So whenever I use my EK Success powder tool, I mention that I got it on Amazon and it's in the description box below. So that kind of explains why sometimes it feels like I'm kind of repeating myself. It's because new subscribers every day and they haven't necessarily watched all my videos. But on that note, let's talk about the layout that I did right here. So this photo is a 5x7, but it is lengthwise, like horizontal. And I decided to take one of my cardstock and I cut it down to 6x12, and it was the perfect place to kind of mat my photo. Then I took a piece of scrap of pattern paper, I put it beside the photo, and then I took a 3x4 card that was a cut apart from that same collection, and I put it next to the photo because it had like flowers and everything, and it was just a perfect place to one, I could have done some journaling around the photos, and I can't remember if I did do that or if I ended up bringing another piece of cardstock or something else to bring in to do my journaling. I mean, these pages were done March. March doesn't come after April. May, June, July. So that was done 3 months ago. So I don't necessarily remember everything. There we go. I'm going to bring in a project life card, a 3x4 project life card, which I tend to do quite a bit, and just add it to the layout, and that's where I do my journaling. Now, before I started matting and putting everything down, I did use some mist and just create a little bit of interest to the background once in a while, I just like to do that just to add a little something different. Then I took another piece of pattern paper that was a striped pattern paper in the light pink and the dark pink, and I cut 2 strips of 1/2 inch, and I put it at the top and the bottom of the photo strip, and it just kind of finishes that photo strip. I really like that. Another thing I did was I had a label with this page kit. I ended up putting it at the bottom right of the layout, and I made a little cluster using that label, a cluster of flower, and then a cluster of words. And because I have, these page kits and I have all my embellishments kind of pre-chosen, I just go through the embellishments and start placing them around the layout. So I have an embellishment cluster to the bottom right of the layout. Then I'm going to put an embellishment cluster with my journaling. And unfortunately, because it is so zoomed in, and I'm going to have to make myself little marks on my mat next time I go, because if I would have that layout maybe 4 or 5 inches down, then you could see pretty much the whole layout. So I apologize for that. This was sort of a learning curve. I do have another tripod that I can bring to a crop, but it is a massive tripod. And when you go to, a lot of times when you go to these crops, you have a limited amount of space that you have. So, and it is so big to bring with me. This little new tripod that I bought, it clips to the table. And like I said, I'm just going to have to play with it. Now, what I would do is when I would first put the page down, I would line it up so that it would be in the viewfinder, and then I'd start working on the page and then kind of forget about having the page in the right spot. Because once I'm in my, when I'm upstairs in my room, it doesn't matter where I am on my mat, I'm within the frame. So it's something that I'm going to have to work on. Now, I have to say, I had 21 layouts that were done, and this is layout 16. So there's only a few more, and then I'll be done with this sort of series, and then it'll be back to layouts done in my scrap room. So where this is a video a day, this series, I guess, should be done fairly quickly. Now let's talk a little bit about this photo. This was our last day of our cruise. Well, actually, we were done with our cruise. We had one last day in San Juan, and we did a tour with a guide, and he was so funny. And he just stopped on the side of the road and said, "Oh, you guys, you need to go there and see, and I'll take a picture of you guys in front of the water." And it was just a really good last day. The tour was supposed to be 2 hours. It ended up being 4 hours. He was just a really nice tour guide. He made us laugh. He brought us to their local cuisine. We ate some mofongo, which was delicious. I'm hoping to have that again when we're going to San Juan next March. My husband and I are going on a cruise, and we're not sleeping over in San Juan, but I imagine that on the way back, we get there at 6 o'clock in the morning, and our flight doesn't leave till 2 something. So maybe we can go and just have a meal before we go to the airport and enjoy the local cuisine again before we come home. One thing that's funny is that I never, really understood that people, would always say, "Oh man, if you do a cruise, that's it. You're going to be hooked. You're going to be wanting to do cruises, over and over again." And I thought, you know what? No, I think if I'll do one cruise, I'll be okay, because I'm not one, I tend to get seasick and all this stuff, but I absolutely loved it. And I just know that we will be doing a few more cruises. But that's it. That's going to complete this layout. So if you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit subscribe. If you're enjoying these videos, if you want to give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below. And I want to thank you so much for watching. Bye.